Can you hear me? Most bullies are the product of abusive family life. My mama was a real bitch. She told me, next time someone attacks you, tell that don't abuse me like your parents do, and then call the children's services and say that you saw that bully crying in the toilet and you got worried about him. Bam! You get moved to it in your foster house. Hi everyone, this is Liverpool Slam, Season 1, the grand finale. You probably all know the rules. We select the judges from the audience. The slammers who own each episode and they came here, they know the rules very well. Still, I'm going to state them one more time. The work should be your own. No prop or singing. Each poet get 2 rounds, 2 poems, 3 minutes each poem maximum. If you go over the 3 minutes, each 10 seconds gets you 1 point deducted. And if you go over 30 seconds, I'm gonna be as ignorant and petty as Emily and snatch the mic off you. You probably all have a raffle each. We're just gonna get straight to the business. I'm gonna need 2 helping hands. Our regulars, come on. 181.
Stand on the floor.
165. Don't worry, we're gonna have 10 judges. 165. 176. 176. 163. We have 163. Anyone? Okay. 154.
Yeah.
154. 157. 166.
I'm so sorry. I can't find anyone.
162.
Yeah. That was the one.
162. 162. Whoever's name came up, would you please raise your hands? We'll pass you the mark sheets. Now I would request all the slammers to please come up the stage. We're going to have a draw for the order of appearance.
I can't keep walking in front of the camera. See my bag's there.
Oh, it's fine. I'll just grab it.
The biggest stage next year. Do not have two. If you have any name with Ricky Wiley and Liam Gillis, please do not mark them because they're not here. They're the dropouts. Yeah, pick one. The numbers at the back. I'll make that sure that it's
It's probably better to come in with fresh eyes and you're going to vote. Probably just vote for the one that makes you feel.
That one that was like this, my goal too.
yeah. Just like that, man. So we're gonna have 2 minutes break. We're gonna sort this order out and we'll go straight back to cycle. No, I mean, that's a tricky thing. 2 names gonna come off, one from each list. I mean, as we have so many slammers, and I did the trick, I divided into 2 lists, so you wouldn't know who is judging who. So each judge get to judge only 5, is it like, 6 slammers, I think. And Ricky Wiley. You might not have Ricky in your list. So you know.
No, just like my knee.
I got 3, but not so often, is
My favorite poet song. I listen. No, on the thing from Spotify. I don't know how long yeah, I got shot.
No, but we're all in the same. We've all been in the same. We must be.
I'm sorry, I was you were there after.
Hi everybody. We're going to straight get back to slumming, and the first slammer we have is the winner from episode 1, Julia. We have Julia here. Okay. Steve, you wanna go for a sacrificial of a point? Yeah, a quick one.
Yeah, alright.
Come on.
I'm glad this didn't happen last week because I had two little black eyes, looked like a right twat. And as soon as I stepped out of my house, I bumped into a mate and he said, "Ha, Steve, why are your eyes black? Have you been answering back? Come on, who gave you a crack?" I said, "No bro, power shower, you know the score. I slipped on that fucking floor. It came at me with a surprise attack." To "Ha, Steve, you're talking whack. Whose bird have you had in the sack? Have you sold someone pepper when they wanted smack?" I said, "Okay, I'll tell you what happened last night, yeah? As usual, a bird was the igniter. There's how to go with your mate, just to spite you. Stood smoking outside with a bottle of Vex. I heard her shout, 'There's my ex! That's what, that did abuse me and use me for sex.' Me and this lad swear up, both chatting shy, yeah? Neither one of us is cut out to be a fighter. He works in a salon, and I'm just a writer. I tried rapping at him, but that was not happening. I reached in my jacket too, like I had a tool, but he just laughed. He'd sussed me for a fool. Now this lad's small, but I'm even lighter. I would have walked away if I was a little brighter, but by now there's a crowd to turn. I was too proud. I ran at him shouting, "Ah!" really loud. I threw a left and he threw a righter. I gave him a scratch, he gave me this smiter. Then we're both rolling round on floor. I'm glad you did not see it. I'm glad you never saw. The two of us were such a sad sight, yeah? Now I'm a gouger, but he's a bloody biter. You heard him yelping me, screaming for help. I grabbed his balls, but he squeezed mine tighter. Of fighting, I don't know a thing. When you're my size, when you have my frame, to get into scraps is virgin on insane. Shame and pain it will bring. I'll leave it to those that pose in the ring. I'm built to prose, rhyme and sing.
Thanks, Steve, for keeping us busy. Is Julia the first slammer?
In this Western society, there's something backwards in thinking that the ways of the third world are backwards. Wait a minute, let's look back in history. The West created hatred and implanted the poorer nations with disease in order to wipe them out, taking advantage of their vulnerabilities, raping them of their resources, making their spiritual rituals out to be backwards, never to be seen as factual, or else we would learn from them how to heal ourselves. I mean, do you think most of these illnesses are natural? No, they are man-made, like HIV, spread across ages in order to wipe out great sages, so the pharmaceutical industry can make money out of new discoveries like curing AIDS. What is this world I'm living in? The people in power commit sin by blinding us from the truth, proving that their profit-making schemes are only benefiting them. So if they aren't going to change their ways, then let's see past their lies, give them their drugs back. The side effects cause more damage than we were in the first place. Let's pray for better days, to see an Aborigine in power, or any being who truly understands Mother Earth. Surely we've reached insanity to be following Obama. Stop volunteering as a contestant in their Hunger Games. Soldiers brainwashed into believing another one of me is the enemy. Please wake up and focus. What I'm telling you is real. We are all under hypnosis. Like Denzel and the Manchurian Candidate, Washington DC is the state where the true terrorist lives, controlling TV while setting up military bases all over the world, lying to us with the backing of the media, the truth no longer superior, the innocent feeling inferior. In this backwards world, we're posing on social media with fake lips and your butt sticking out like a bitch in heat is praised. I thought science says that we left the animal kingdom, evolved into human beings, a species more advanced with the ability to change the world for the better, but it was decided on by the elites to be a working strategy to keep the sheep dependent on the shepherd. But that blind life that they expect me to lead definitely isn't the life that's destined for me.
Thank you, Julia. Now we have Jamie Clarkson, who also goes by Gorilla Lips.
What does it take to be a man? Is it coming from Brussels and having big muscles? Do you have to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme? Is that what it takes to be a man? And is your masculinity then based upon your physical ability, upon your sporting capabilities, upon how much you can bench press? Do you have to have well-toned biceps, well-toned triceps, well-toned lats and abs? Are you less of a man if you're a little bit skinny, if you carry a little bit too much fat or flab? And if you enjoy a friendly chat or gab with a woman and have friends of a different gender, does that make you a ladies' man, implying you have to have some other agenda? Is it not possible to just want to be friendly without wanting to bend it over? Because women are not just trophies to be won over, they're human beings, and to be a man doesn't mean you have to act like some kind of fiend, with your only motivation being to get into a woman's jeans. Is that what being a ladies' man means? Do real men just want to get inside a woman's pants? Or are we a little bit more involved than that? A little bit more advanced? And if that's what it takes to be a man, then what's a man's man? Is that someone who wants to get inside a man's pants? Or is it going out with the lads and drinking beer, and if your mate gets a bit emotional and wants to open up and talk about his deepest fears, you tell him to man up, stop crying like a girl and stop acting like a queer. And so he mans up, and he holds back that desperate tear, and he holds back from sharing how those dark and despairing thoughts were becoming more and more severe. And then suddenly, one day, he's gone. He's no longer here. But he kept it all in, and he did what he did to be a man, if that's what it takes to be a man. Because I see it as men, we can struggle to show our gentle side and show our sensitivities and express that basic human need for some TLC. Yet we all need that love in our lives, and we all need that little bit of affection. But we're out there trying to be the one who's strong, who can stand alone, who has no need of protection, and it's reinforcing us, it's a condition. Men don't cry, and we're not shy of stepping up to a fight, yet sometimes we all get scared, and sometimes we all want to take flight, and sometimes we all need someone to hold us tight, to reassure us that everything's going to be all right. Because no man is an island. We all need that someone, that family member, that lover or that friend. And that need is not a slight on being a man, because sometimes we all want to run away to a quiet room, and sometimes we all need to be the little spoon. And I'm not afraid to confess that I see people of all genders and sexual persuasions with strengths I know I don't possess, with a maturity, confidence and courage I could never contest. But this is not my weakness. This doesn't mean my manhood should be considered something less than the average man, and that doesn't make me gay, and it doesn't mean I want to be a woman. It simply makes me human. Just one person offering one man's perspective, one man's opinion. And I can only apply my definition of being a man to self. I'm not here to put these views onto anybody else. So if you're gay, straight, bisexual, trisexual, metrosexual, conceptual, pansexual, transsexual, transgender, transfluid, transpenine, transvestite, dominatrix, intercellutrix, a cuckold, a submissive, into water sports, dog and swinging, or a little bit of S&M, then it was between consent and adults. Frankly, my dear, I couldn't give a damn, because this shouldn't be about our sexual persuasion. It should be about, are we striving to be the best version of the most honest person that we can, whatever it takes to be a man. Thank you.
Urban Dictionary. What's it called when a bull lies about other bulls? Bullying. Next we have Joe.
Yeah, it's just Joe. Just Joe. But anyway, this is called Man a Minute's Major Moments. I've got 3 minutes to show you exactly what I've got. 3 minutes to search for the words and formulate a plot. 3 minutes to get the words out of my head and onto a page. 3 minutes to organise them so I can put them back in my mouth and know precisely what to say. If I could do that in 3 minutes, then imagine what else I could do. 3 minutes to take my clothes off and put a baby in there, or maybe 2. 3 minutes on the phone to get an appointment at the clinic. 3 minutes to persuade her, it'll only take them 3 minutes to get up in it. And after 3 minutes, we'll be without worry, pain or strife. But 3 minutes after it's done, it sinks in. This wasn't just 3 minutes, this was life. 1 minute down, 2 minutes left. In 2 minutes I could check my WhatsApp and reply to my group text. We made text, sorry. 1 minute down, 2 minutes left. In 2 minutes I could check my WhatsApp and reply to my group text. It takes me less than 2 minutes to get a plan of what's next. We made text, I can be at your house in 2 minutes and there's a party, do you accept? It takes me less than 2 minutes to realise my mate's drunk and clearly offers cake. I should have took more than 2 minutes to think this through, and now I get the feeling this is a mistake. So I confront my mate and I say pull over. I'm not going to argue and I don't want to fight, but he just ignores me and bursts real fast. But he just ignores me and puts his foot down and bursts real fast right through a red light. As I'm screaming and putting on my seatbelt, chill out brother, we'll be there in less than 2 minutes, were the last words he said. Because out of nowhere a truck smashes right into his side of the car, and in less than 2 minutes my mate went from living to dead. As I'm sat there bleeding, thinking about my friend leaving, the last 2 minutes and him losing his life, a feeling comes over me and the realisation sinks in. This wasn't just 2 minutes, this was life. 2 minutes down and 1 minute left, and with only 1 minute you'd think you could do less than the rest. And with the mistakes we have made, with all the minutes we have left, what if I could take 1 minute to convince you that to have one more minute is to truly be blessed? Because what could you do with 1 minute? You could run your deserving wife a long cop bath. You could roll round on the floor, tickling your child, and have 1 more minute listening to their musical laugh. In 1 minute you could vote in an election. It takes 1 minute to sign a meaningful petition. Or you could think about others without fathers or mothers and join up to a charitable subscription. It can take 1 minute to plant a seed, and yes, it may take more than 1 minute for that seed to grow. But the positive ramifications of that 1 minute you spend will blossom into a beautiful flower to show. So in just a few minutes, you can get things so wrong, and with 1 minute you can make things so right. But just remember that all those 1 minutes add up to make up what we call life. Thank you.
Next, it's Kieran Fox.
Why do we want what we don't have? Crave till we go mad? Wave to the fact that satisfaction isn't half bad? Is it because life is progressive and stagnation is recessive? We want, so we do, and we do, so we learn. And by learning, we're doing, there's no end in that. But by learning, we're seeing, we're living and being. And we do until we do without thinking. Because doing is good and habit is key. But sometimes doing without thinking may lead you astray, lead you away without promise or pray. So don't worry or doubt, with routine comes self. You are higher thinking, loud and speaking, free and breathing, undefined by definition itself. Now they wave you on as they say, come on, there's no worry without a doubt. You follow away as they lead you astray, and average becomes the norm. So identify out and space them about. You are always meant for more and more. And don't worry or doubt, with routine comes self. You are higher thinking, they blind and blinking. You are undefined by definition itself. Now you open your eyes with time to rectify that. Average was never for you. You are mind-numbing, plain and boring, just another piece in the puzzle. They're coming to say it was made by them, based on them, that my friend was never for you. Statements sobering like the realities of life tend to take over. As if something that was made for me, a dream, maybe for me, a life for thee, maybe this is destiny, I don't know. But why do I worry and doubt my routines, not myself? I fear those higher thinking, loud and speaking, free and breathing are really the only ones undefined by definition itself. But I disagree, I doubt, I worry about your past experience is no reflection on me. Sure, your advice is legit, but it just won't stick. I am my own form of being, my own reality. If I want, I will be, I will dream. You will see, I'm undefined by definition itself. So, don't worry or doubt, with routine comes self. You are higher thinking, loud and speaking, free and breathing, undefined by definition itself.
I mean, ignoring is what you're supposed to do with bullies, so that they get bored and leave you. But in practicality, in schools, I mean, they don't get bored because whatever there is boring still. Next, we have Conroy.
Apologies for the pain, but my memory's not good. Click. The phone is down. Not a sound, no waking mouse, just myself screaming into me and around this house. I sheath my blade, holster my gun, done. Bang, bang, I shot you. Or maybe, let's be honest, I shot myself in the foot. Because right now you are the only thing holding me up. And I think I'm walking on you. When you grow to love or become addicted to a computer game, it might function most of the time, but at that one moment that it stops working, you feel a rage inside. Because that thing you've grown so used to is for a moment or two not yours to indulge in. Something can be so enthralling that at the slightest chance of its departure you're falling, grasping for a way to cling on, another second, another minute, another day, stay, don't go away, I couldn't cope if you were gone. And the console is shuddering, because I've kept it turned on too long. But you aren't shuddering because I haven't turned you on in so long. And I play so many computer games, but computer games are predictable and easy and comfortable. And I wish I didn't press the buttons on the controller you have handed me, just to get a response because I've nothing better to do. Although I wish you wouldn't freeze up every time I ask you to do something that requires assertiveness or social bravery, but that's no excuse for me. Because the outside world and strangers, that's your anxiety. Mine is paranoid nights, mistrusting the silence, searching for the lies, not finding, but not being able to close my eyes. And I was obsessed with Power Rangers. I was obsessed with punk music, I'm obsessed with poetry, and I'm obsessed with you. And that's not going to change in a day or two, but neither is it going to stay this way. And I don't mean me out one door, you out the other, we'll talk again another day. I mean, let's work through this. I mean, I need a moment or two to think about me and you, and then I will, as usual, conclude that this isn't perfect, but it's the closest I've ever been to. And I'm sure that we could be more compatible, but for the horrors that I have seen, we are amazing. We are not bruises or injections or jail time or poetry that cheesily rhymes. We are poetry that is self-aware, and I'm here and you're there, and I love your hair. I mean compromise and understanding. I mean, yesterday I was a dickhead, but tomorrow I will take your hand and dance in the kitchen, because you won't dance in the street, but don't dance for the watchers. Dance this dance with me. I mean, I will stop getting mad if you try to take some initiative. I mean, I will be patient if you will too. What I mean is, I'm sorry, and I love you.
Let me see. Blue Saint.
Catch-22 is found in the integral unset areas of our Constitution. A pollution fused in the fundamental bonds of rooting the good that we as a people wish to see. And in these diseased seas and shores of life that we breathe, we seem to see a new breed of oozing grief. Our human need is to view and speak about what we do and seek, so humor me for a minute. Those fools who may think what I spew is too convoluted and foolish, just humor me. As I peruse and look through the catch-22s found in the integral and set areas of our Constitution. Just look at Kenya's institution. It's treated in its grooves with a law that prevents scores of asylum seekers from actually seeking asylum. What catch-22? Only 18% of women work in Saudi Arabia. I was astonished at how anomic and quite ironic it was that 70% of people in their schools and universities were females. What catch-22? Careers face catch-22s. How can I gain the experience for you if you don't allow me to gain the experience that you could wish that I could use? Are you confused? To tell the truth, I am confused, but there's no denying that I can move like ions do, like molecules. We're all virtually the same as people. Equals in our own right, but evils enter our life, causing strife to us people. Where are our human rights? I mean, we're all humans, right? Then why do we live in a society where we imprison the victims and the victims viciously victimize the visions of the various vehement voices that are wishing and willing to visualize a brighter future for our children to live in? We wish to attain change, but some can't even attain change. From beggars on lanes, tethered like drains, begging for change. Belligerent war cities and immigrants, pushing imbalance and imminent. Well, it's imminent. We reach immense amounts of danger if we keep at it. But let's go back to the immigrants. Cause some of you confused men refuse them. When they pursue dreams that you abuse them. Turn around and say, who are you, man? Trying to steal the dreams and jobs, that how you rooted? Don't lie, you stupid, dehumanized human. You that never did nothing to you. You blew your chance of achieving the dream, or J-O-B, so you simply look for others to blame. Forever unshamed by the bodies you frame and the deranged complaints that you paint. Look at the looking glass, you'll see the lies. As I was sitting with children in class, I was mesmerized by the constant killings, the pilgrims, the mass genocides found in the old Americas. And what would the Indians say? We were native to these places before the pale faces invaded and left our people endangered. So many villains in villages. Let me discuss the iniquitous, disgusting things that happen to women whose wounds are wounded and little viscous are beaten, as well as children's uteruses deflowered, picked off like hibiscus petals or like feathers from pheasants. But where are their human rights? And some people wish to sugarcoat our problems and fix